So, so we are gathered here today. No, um, so today we're going to do a fair bit of hands-on stuff, and we're going to start right away and do one little quick exercise. Not super quick, but and then we'll take a little break and like obviously you've seen everybody and we've said hi, but like introduce yourself as an artist a little bit more. And then we'll do some other stuff. Um, so it'll be a fairly busy session today, but I think it's always good to get hands-on sooner rather than later. Um, so, um, does everyone have some black, white, and gray paper as specified? Awesome.
Yes.
Perfect.
Nice.
That is exactly what we need. Um, so the okay, so I guess I should um get some reference images ready for you. So what we're going to do, so we're going to work from some references, but with some not slavishly to them, okay? So um this is oh man, I've forgotten the name of it. Uh Casa Vincennes in Barcelona, by Gaudi and Antonio Gaudi. And how do I get rid of this now? Come on.
Pretty gaudy.
Yeah. Right. Um, so um it is like insanely detailed. So what I have done
Mhm.
is I've taken a crop so that we aren't slitting our wrists. But what I would like you to do, okay, sorry, I have to get rid of this info window, and for some reason it doesn't want to do that. Thank you. I'm trying.
Gone.
Oh, Lordy. Um, so what I'd like you to do with this, and I don't expect to see every last detail, please. But what I'd like you to do is a collage equivalent of a line drawing. So I want you to cut lines of different thicknesses out of the three colors of paper that you have and do a collage line drawing of it. So, um, and I'll just throw a one possibility is the thought that like probably your first instinct is to, oh, it's a drawing, right? So I'll do a bunch of uh collage a bunch of black lines onto a white field, but there's nothing saying it couldn't be a black field or a gray field. And the other two colors used for lines. And so when I say lines, there aren't very many curved lines, but I'm just imagining mostly like just cut little strips of paper. But beyond that, I want to see how your artistic brain takes it on. There's obviously going to be as well some editing, right? Because that's a lot, even just looking at this much smaller part of the of the architecture, there's still a ton of visual information, right? So you have to sort of look at it and decide um, what are the salient points and or what are the points of interest, right? Um, you could say, oh, well, these things are important, so I'm going to do those, and those things are less important, so I'm going to skip those. But you might also put a different filter on it and say, oh, personally, I find this area really interesting, so I'm going to like make it more about that. So, um, that said, if anyone has any questions, that's great. But otherwise, it's a 45-minute, like, what can you do with this baby?
Is there any way to keep it from jumping? Or is it just my screen that it's doing that?
No,
Jumping
it's
on
just
mine, too.
jumping. Yeah.
Okay.
Jumping.
The image is jumping back
Oh, it's
in and
okay.
out.
No, it's jumping.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me let me leave that and try it again because maybe there's some little glitchy thing. All right, are we doing any better now?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
all
better.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so if anyone else notices it beginning to jump again, please let me know. Because yeah, that's really annoying when your reference image is jumping. So
I thought it was just my nerves.
well, obviously the rest of the room was experiencing it as well. So all right, I'm starting a 45-minute timer and I'll give you a heads up as time elapses.
Okay.
So about 30 minutes left, half an hour. make sure you're capturing every last detail.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, jeez. All right, about 20 minutes to go. Uh, About 10 minutes now. 5 minutes.
She would frown upon a little black marker at the end, eh?
She
That's-
would. She would. Yeah. But that was the definition of a rueful chuckle right there.
Oh, dear.
All right, 2 minute 2 minute warning. By the time I get it out, it's a minute and a half warning. All right, final minute. Final minute of play.
Wait one.
collages the past years ever.
And then and then time ran out. All right. Let's take a little drive-by look at how your drawing with collage went. Um, our first exhibitor is going to be Lisa Price.
That punishment?
No, not at all. It's a welcome back. Come on.
Oh, yeah, well,
Holy,
whatever.
holy
Oh,
moly.
excellent.
Wow, wow,
Ah,
wow.
Excellent.
Well, that's what I came up with in 45 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Wow. Yeah, it's impressive. Like the way you've articulated light and shadow with those stepping down, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Wow.
That's what I did. I figured I can't do all the details, so I'm just going to focus on the light and the
Oh,
dark. And
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
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 And the
Perfect.
dome, excuse me, the dome is really great. I love the short lines across the vertical lines. That's really nice. So what it's like a sketch because you can't do everything, especially in the time limit. But I really like you could go on and on and on this, obviously, but I love where it is now. It's really quite beautiful. It breathes, right? Which is really nice. Yeah.
well,
Wow.
thanks.
Yeah. Lisa, Lisa chose to use the middle ground and then do lighter or darker on it. So it'll be interesting to see what the rest of you chose. Our next exhibitor is Ingrid.
There.
Ah, cool. So what Ingrid chose to do was use a lot of very fat lines, like the gray lines. Like no one said a line couldn't be fatter or skinnier, right? So, so she's got she got three fat lines there to sort of rough in the gray area on the left, and then like I love these like this twig forest going across, and then the dome above it. Yeah, awesome. It's much looser, and I love that too, right? Like, yes, we could get like completely caught up and tie ourselves in knots about perspective, but um this captures some essences that I really love, like all the like it's full of angles, it's full of directions, it's full of architectural type shapes. How did you find going about that, Ingrid?
Uh, well, it appeals to me that doing something with so much contrast.
Yeah, yeah.
What happened, and it's just a technical thing, but gluing it
Uh,
down suddenly became a bit of an issue.
Right. What like mostly I advise using glue stick, and especially for something like this where you're using glue stick. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll let me just briefly go share my screen. Actually, share. Um if you're new to collaging, I'm just going to show you one useful thing, and then we'll resume. We'll go back to looking at work. But I know if I don't show it, I'm going to forget it. Um, so I use like a scrap piece of paper, and I call it my glue sheet. And so I want to glue this piece on, so I put it on my glue sheet, and then I run my glue stick over it. And the glue stick is like it's getting sticky everywhere else, but then I just take that off. I'll either lift it off with my knife or pick it up with my fingers, glue it on where I'm gluing. And then the next time I glue something, I glue it over here. Next time I glue it over here. And by the time that's happened, the glue here is dry. So this means your desk doesn't get sticky, right? And your fingers get maybe less sticky. So um so it's really sort of a simple but useful dodge. So I
Okay.
don't know why my timer's ticking down again. Okay, so let's get back to taking a look around. how about Barbara?
I'll show you first and then we'll comment.
Oh, I'm loving this. Wow. Wow.
Great.
It is. It really, really is. It's very expressive. Oh my God. Wow.
It's
Like,
you, Barbara.
yeah, it really is. Yeah.
I got to the point where I thought, oh hell, I'm just going to, kind of abstract this in something or other. I don't know what I'm doing here, but
Yeah.
get some of the points and stick them down.
Yeah. Totally.
And
Totally.
I'm using glue. I'm using
Okay.
matte gel, sorry,
Yep. Yep.
and I find
Yep.
it easier to use a paintbrush because it drives me nuts getting stuck to the glue all the time. But
Right. Right.
you
Yeah,
have
sure.
different
So
techniques.
different
Right.
strokes for different folks. I
Yeah.
love this. Like, it's kind of chunkier than I expected for a line drawing, but that said, it's awesome. I totally love it.
Oh, well, that's great. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, it's Joanne.
Well, I misunderstood something. I always do. Um, because
It's an
the last,
opportunity.
I got all my grays and my blacks and so on. And then you said, but an alternative color. So I immediately
Ah,
grabbed an alternative color.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got a little color happening. That's awesome. So here she's got like the basic shapes, and then she's really taken some pains to get these like alternating light dark strips, boy. Wow.
Mhm. Yeah, the Gaudi is
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
that's
don't have to
great.
have you don't have to have them everywhere to get the idea across, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so,
No, it's great.
yeah. Love it.
Mhm.
So cool.
Hmm.
Betty, how did things go in Bettyville?
Well, the usual
Panic?
panic. I think I would be the one benefiting the most from this class. I have no concept of line. Anyway, here goes. This is what I did.
Okay, yes. These are lines that most people would refer to as shapes. But yes, that's so yes, you've got a head start on the next project. But apart from that, no, keep holding it up. Let's take a little look. See. Wow,
I
yeah,
don't know what I've done. And I didn't have any painted paper. I'm using magazine because I don't have acrylic paints.
right. And do you not have well, it looks like you have like black and gray papers that you found. Okay, they're from magazines.
They're
You
from
did great.
magazines,
Yeah,
yeah.
wow. Yeah. No, you did really
You
well.
got that part right.
Yep.
And I think there's like what I saw in the shadow or something.
Yeah, those shadows were like you could go about this in a few different ways, like just doing the shapes of shadows, right? Because the shadows were fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. Thank
Thank you.
you. Donna.
You can see me still working.
That is Shauna to the end, right? To the
Constantly
end and
cheating.
beyond. Yep.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so typical of me trying to get every detail.
Oh
So-
my God, Shauna, that's insane. Like,
I know. I
Yeah.
gotta get over it.
are you putting pieces of paper, tucking them underneath each other to get
Well, I
the
put the
shadows?
black under and then I was cutting it out madly before
Okay, to get the shadow shapes.
you
Yeah.
know, like
Wow.
it looks like someone took a bite out of the tower.
That is so cool. Wow. Gail, did we see yours yet?
No, not yet.
No. All right.
Oh,
Oh, I am in love with this. She's taken almost all of the perspective out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and she's taken away. I love the fact that there's no dome, right? This is about some of the shapes she's seeing, and the diagonals of the shadows. And it's like it's a line abstract that has an architectural beginning, beginning point, right? So Gail, how did you find that? That looked amazing. Keep holding it up for us for a minute.
Oh, I definitely needed a lot more time.
I actually think it's good that I stopped you now because
Yeah.
it's really interesting where it is.
Yeah, there wasn't, I knew there wouldn't be enough time to do the entire structure, so I chose part of the structure that I found really the most interesting.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what we do as artists. Like obviously when I give you not nearly enough time to do all the details, you have to go like, okay, so what am I going to do, right?
Mhm.
And I love this response to that. That's so cool. Wow. Nice. Really nice. Have I missed someone? Okay. I will share mine briefly. So mine is like missing a whole ton of details.
Oh, great. Great.
I can't hold it straight. There we go. And I was gonna do what Lisa did here, and then I thought I'm out of time. Maybe that's gonna be enough, right?
Yeah, it is.
And
No, excellent.
Yeah.
And
That looks really good.
Yeah.
the graphic artist in you comes through here, whereas I don't
Yeah.
have that kind of precision.
but
Get.
like it. So let's just talk about different blessings for a minute, right? Like I think most of us see the way we go about things, the way we see them, the way we all have blind spots and areas that we have more facility with. And we are our own worst enemies, our own worst critics, right? And we are all too aware of the things we don't have, right? So, and then we look at someone else's and wish we could do that. And then they look at yours and wish they could do that. I love the fact that Barbara's is so raw and loose. Like I can't do that. Like I cannot bring myself to do that. I could try and it wouldn't work. I also I'm very, very aware of my um I always struggle with proportion. I'll get these details right and then I'll put that over there and this oh, it's in the completely wrong place, It's like and I worry about it and now I worry less. I think, okay, that is just the way I see. And there are other benefits, right? So and I want to see in your work your DNA, right? So, like when we each take on this quick, simple, quote unquote exercise, um, you can see we had like 9 different responses.
Mhm.
I love that, right? That's what I want. I want you to be able to sort of see and learn from each other, but also see and appreciate each other, what each other brings. So, yeah. All right. So, I sometimes I'll start off with yakking a bit, but sometimes I like to start hands-on because I always feel better as an artist if I've done something. And so, here we are. It's just a little over an hour into our class, and we can say, yes, we made a collage already. So way to go, guys. And now what I'm going to do is just get you to introduce yourself briefly, a little bit more than just my name is, but you can start there, just so we get familiar with each other. So tell us your name, what your just very drive by what your art experience is and what possessed you to take this particular course. Like, do you have an interest in architecture? Do you know a lot about it? Do you know nothing about it? etc. So Barbara Lloyd will lead us off.
Jeez. Okay. It's interesting because I took a course this summer called Art, Religion, and Theology in Orvieto, and it was fabulous.
Wow.
And those are, art, religion, and theology are a lot of who I am. And justice making. So all of that comes together, and I guess, someone said to me, while I was there, well, are you an artist? Well, no, I don't think I would call myself an artist. I'm a sort of a hobbyist or whatever and do it on the side, but I find it extremely therapeutic. As we talked about earlier, living in an insane world, it's a way to get out of my head, thinking brain analysis and into a more a different way of being in the world, seeing and enjoying and loving. And I actually love architecture. I'm always reading the Globe and Mail. What is it, Alex Botchevich or whatever his name is about. And I'm thinking, why is that? Why do I do that? But I love that, and I love looking at the house stories and things like that, and decorating, and so
cool.
that's pretty neat.
What sort of art experience do you have?
Well, I've been taking classes, off and on, Halliburton School of the Arts through Nielsen, et cetera, over the last 25 years. So it's sort of just when I can fit it in the summer, or, a couple of courses during the year, maybe. That's how I do it. And so I've ended up mostly doing acrylics, and because of you, Kat, I'm doing these crazy collages, and I did collaging when I was in Italy, only because I thought, well, at least it easily transports,
Awesome.
And I did the stories of 4 biblical stories about women in the Bible, and it was really fun because I did a lot of research on interpretation of those stories, and then brought my feminist lens, post-colonial feminist lens, and then. What are the images that are evoked? Anyway, lots of fun.
Yeah, awesome. Great, thank you. Gail.
I'm Gail. I'm from Niagara and from Fonthill. And I met Kat last summer at Halliburton School of the Arts, where I took one of her courses and had a really great time. And I had the realization when I was there that collage could be useful in my painting, in that I could make a collage and then that would be a springboard for a painting. And I'd never thought about that before. I have done some collage, encaustic collage, but that tool of using it as a springboard was really valuable. So I thought, oh, I'm going to delve a little bit more into collage. My son is an architect.
Wow. How cool is that?
Yeah, so that's a strong link there to taking this class. But my work often deals with like the intersection between human and more than human. Using architecture as the human element, I think, could be a really interesting way going forward. So that's why I'm taking this.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's a very interesting confluence of sort of factors that brings you to it. That's so cool. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Joanne.
Well, I guess my reason for taking this course, my name's Joanne Wilton, and my reason for taking this course is to get my cat fix, because we started classes way back when with that, and
probably, right?
Through all sorts of media and different challenges, and it's always a refresher for me, and it always gets my head thinking. Primarily, I guess I'm a watercolorist, pen and ink drawings, and I've never completely figured out collage. So I'm here for another
Me
refresher
either,
course.
like,
I
come
always
on.
seem, I always seem to think to miss some cue, something, and I go right off in another direction on my projects. But constantly learning from the environment that she creates, and I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. No, it's great to have you back. When I'm lucky enough, I get Joanne in between her curling and golfing schedules. So yeah. So if I'm not getting her in the summer, I know why, and if I'm not getting in her in the winter, I know why. And I think I can't go anywhere else but Lisa next after Joanne because they are inseparably linked. And
Well, you know, if you got one, you have to get the other, right?
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I don't know. Ask me a question. That's easier than me
Okay,
talking.
so tell me what your art background is and
Oh.
what your relationship to architecture is.
Okay, well, I love architecture. I always have. When I go on
Yep.
vacation, I always take pictures of buildings
Yep.
and not people. I hate people in my pictures. I'll wait. I'll stand there for 5 minutes waiting to get the building without the people. Yeah, so art background, well, that's how I made my living. So
Right, you're a graphic designer, right? So
yes.
yep. And you also have a strong background in watercolor.
Yes. So fine art, graphic art. Yes.
Yep. And
yeah.
you've been merging all right. Okay, so before we were so rudely interrupted, Shauna.
I'm Shauna McLean, and I met Kat. I live in Whitby now, but I met Kat in Etobicoke when I was taking some courses at Nielsen Park, and then with the pandemic, got on the Zoom, and I really connect with Kat's sense of design because, like Lisa, I also made my living in actually in advertising art for a long time, and just a designer who was doing a lot of problem solving and working with words as well. So I love collage. It gives me a lot of joy. Um, I'm retired, and I find the older I get, like I'm just 72. I find the older I get, the more I'm connecting with a sense of order, an order in the universe, and
Yeah.
feeling more social consciousness than I've ever felt as an artist. I mean, there are artists out there that really make wonderful statements, and I've never been one of those. And you know what? It's never too late to try. So I do take my art seriously, and I try to express myself. And I love architecture. So
Yeah, awesome.
glad to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to have you back. Those of us who started commercially, and there are a few of us here, I don't know, I can't speak for you guys, but I can speak for myself that it was a big, difficult shift, and I'm still working with it. The idea of like, now people aren't coming to me with, I need this done. Now I have to like, oh, so you mean I have to generate
right
the what it's going to be about?
Why am I doing this?
And
right?
it's my choice and it's my responsibility. I'll like,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, it's tricky when you're used to having people come to you like, here, I have a problem and I need it solved, and tomorrow morning would be great. So yeah.
But yesterday would be better.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's a challenge. So I love, Shauna, that you're heading in that direction and exploring that. So yeah. So yeah. Betty.
Hi, everyone. I'm Betty Parmathy, and I know nothing about architecture. I also was I also was one who met Kat and Halliburton doing collage for the first time, not this past summer, but the summer before.
Oh.
And I realized that I had been doing some collaging already in my career as a children's librarian.
Yep.
And yeah, and one in particular that just popped in my head this morning. I once made like a life-sized Captain Underpants. And I made his pants out of collage, and the kids just
Awesome.
loved it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and just personally, I've been on a spiritual journey since 2019. I sold my house and quit my job as a librarian, and I went to a Buddhist center in BC. Ended up staying a year, and there were young people coming in that were using an app for woofing and work away. And I sort of said, hey, can I do that? Am I not too old? And they're like, no, you should go and do it. So since 2019, I have been on the move. And I just finished moving in September to Quebec. And I'm here on an herbal farm making tinctures and
That's so cool.
made bath bombs yesterday.
Wow.
Eucalyptus is my favorite so far.
Yep.
But I'm also here because I met somebody, or I read a book about Japanese Buddhist meditative walking, and the author happens to be not far from here. And so I'm meeting with his group actually later today, and we practice and discuss those techniques. So,
wow.
but I was on the fence about taking this because I know nothing about architecture. And then I was in a thrift store on Sunday, and look, I found like a whole bunch of these magazines from like the 80s and 90s.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, that's a sign.
Yep.
And then
It's the universe works in very interesting ways. As soon as one declares an interest, the universe starts reordering itself to provide material, and I think that's beautiful and fascinating, and yeah. So, and like Betty, the first class she took in Halbert, I would say she was the perfect intersection of kid in a candy store and a deer in the headlights. kind of like
sums it up.
and she's just gone, she's on a fascinating life journey, and I'm so glad that art is now part of that. So yeah. Yay. Ingrid.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
My name is Ingrid, and I'm Betty. I think you and I were in the same class.
Yeah, that's right.
Halliburton. Yeah. And that was wonderful. It's so nice to be with Kat again, because she's so encouraging and positive and helpful and all of that. I probably have the least amount of artistic background of anybody, but I'm a quilter, so I love color and line and things like that, and exploring with that. But I also love the idea of collage. I mean, there's all of those things, texture, light, line, but it's a lot more low stakes.
Yeah,
so,
like quilting is collage. It just takes a lot more effort, right?
Yeah. So I just love that I almost see this more as a practice or therapy, because I can kind of do something and work with myself around being self-critical, or being, like that's it, and that's good enough, and I love, and I think it doesn't make my work any better to be reviewing it negatively as I go along. So that has been a very helpful process for me. So, and I would like to find more room in my life for this. I've got a bunch of other things that I do in retirement. So I would like this to continue to be part of what I do for sure. And so I jumped on this course, even though I don't really feel like I have the time for it right now. So I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, bravo, brava, because something I say in a lot of courses is to sort of chisel out the time. Like we all have very busy lives, and to sort of chisel the time out to spend it. I think whether you're a beginner or you have been making art for 30 years, I think it is an aspect of our higher purpose, like to feed our creativity, to explore ourselves. And I think, you know, to that like nothing good happens when we shove those things to the bottom of the to-do pile endlessly. So yeah, so like saying prioritizing it and then making a commitment to it is awesome. So congrats. Yeah.
Thanks.
Um, Everyone knows me, so I don't need to myself. No, I mean if someone's brand new to me, like I'll like talk about my background for 2 minutes, but you guys all know me, so that's fine. Um, so the course, I'll spotlight myself. So the course is 5 weeks, so it is not going to be an exhaustive exploration of the intersection of collage and architecture. Um, I know I have a little bit of exposure to architecture from friends who are architects. Um, do I know a lot about it? No, really no. Um, so, but I have found I was exposed to the idea of looking to other disciplines to find interesting crossovers or inspiration. Um, when I was at art college, um, I was studying graphic design, but I forget which instructor, but someone said, looking at other disciplines, other like industrial design, like because it was design, his ideas were still within the design field, but he said, like looking at industrial design, architecture, environmental design, you'll see other professionals dealing with a bunch of the same kind of parameters, but in a different field. Um, and so that's where that kernel is where this course began. And I've done collage in poetry and I've done collage in music. And I find it's very interesting and beneficial to just have something that is has overlap but also has difference. Um, so the course will begin more structured and it will open out to be more self-directed as we go along. I have a plan for a sort of bigger project for you guys to finish that I have a couple of options. I'm still fleshing those out, but that we'll wrap up with that. But before that, we'll do some exploring um, through the lens of collage of some architecture. Um, and next week you will be giving presentations on an architect. Then next week we'll be playing with the architect that we spun for. So that's at the end of this class. But next up is a coffee break. You'll be happy to know. And then we'll do a couple more collages, or one more at least, between now and wrapping up the class. So it is 11:36. I will see you back at 11:46.
Okay.
And so our next, I think what we'll do is we will do I had 2 exercises, and I think trying to cram 2 exercises into the rest of our class is folly. So we're going to do one. So you'll have double the time. Perfect. So our next exercise will be to do still sticking with the black, white, and gray, but this time working with shape. Shape. And if you feel like, yeah, but I already did that, then feel free to shift to line if you wish this time, or just do another shape one. It's completely up to you. Um, and I'm going to again put up another image for us to play with. And so I'm just gonna get the full name of the. Okay, so this is the Dominion office building in Moscow, designed by Zaha Hadid, who is one of the very, very, very few women in architecture. Architecture has been and continues to be a bastion of patriarchy. um, it's not that it isn't changing, but it's not there as much as we would prefer yet. So um, so this is this interior is so futuristic and insane and wonderful. And so I want you to make sure you capture it like absolutely accurately. And make sure you've got the perspective just right. And no, you use the shapes that and values that you find in this to make a playful architectural collage response.
Wow.
But
okay.
it is like it's very interesting and disorienting all at once. And like I'm looking at the floor, and that's like tile work to have that graphic pattern. I saw a different angle of it where you could see um, there were big numbers on each floor, and you could actually look across the atrium and see the floor number as it went up because they were like 10 feet tall. So yeah,
Are those escalators?
I think they are staircases.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But not.
It's jumping again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. Let's try that again.
That's amazing. Wow. As the light finds its way through the cracks from above,
Yeah.
it makes the floor look bent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't even notice those highlights on the floor until you pointed it out. They're so interesting. Wow.
Heaven help you if you have vertigo.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Like you
Really?
have no, like we're so used to rectilinear reference points.
Mm.
Yeah. I think the rooms probably, hopefully, are more straightforward, but what an amazing space, right? So
Well, it's also the photograph is amazing, right?
yeah,
Too.
right. No,
Yeah. So that
exactly.
choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure, for sure. You could find places to photograph this that are more quote unquote straightforward. But yeah.
It's
All
a
right.
great
I will
shot.
set a timer for 55 minutes and let's see how it goes.
And Kat, are we just using the gray and black and white
That's
still?
right. Gray, black, and white. Shape, unless you want to do line because you ended up doing shape the first time. So, yeah.
Okay.
And you, depending on your interests, you could try to be as adventurous in changing it or as you wish. So a little bit, a lot, up to you.
Okay.
Kat,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna head out in about 15 minutes, so I'll collage for a bit with everyone and then just head out.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Yep.
I want to be sure I am not using another color. I am
Nope. Gray,
just
black,
just
and
letting
white.
whatever my mind focuses on this
Yep.
to do it,
Yep.
because I do need more instruction. Okay.
Shape.
Well, yeah.
Unless you did shape before, I can't remember. And if you did, then do then.
At best forgotten. Okay.
Yep. I don't like, usually anyway, I don't like being too prescriptive because I want to see your artistic responses. So yes, I will give you limitations. Obviously, we only have 55 minutes. In fact, 52 now. Um, um, and you have gray, white, and black, and you have a focus on shape, and that seems like plenty enough. So
I think it is.
yeah.
Well, it's lots. It's overstimulation. Okay. I'll do the best I can.
I know you will, Joanne.
should use that paper.
So about 25 minutes left. All right, 20 minutes to go. All right, about 10 minutes. All right, a little over 5 minutes left. 2 minute. Oh dear, 2 minute warning. All righty. Let's see how those are shaping up. Gail looks like she's been done for 10 minutes already, so let's start with her. Her hands still aren't still moving anyway.
Okay, so this was in the foreground of the floor.
Yeah.
So it's on a black sheet with the white.
Oh, cool. Exactly the opposite of what you'd expect. You're working with white over black.
Yeah. Some of the shapes are composite because I had to fudge a little bit.
Of course, yeah.
This shape up here, I did with decollage. So this was a solid white piece, and then I drew the shape I wanted and tried to cut that layer off. It kind of texturized the background a little bit, which I don't mind too much, but I had trouble getting this edge really as clean as the other edges. But it's so much easier to make a shape with decollage than it is to try and make these composite shapes that aren't really, so I could use some tips on that.
Well, I mean, something I love, one of the reasons I use a knife as much as I do is it's akin to drawing. So, and if you have layers, right, you can draw and then remove it and oh, there's the color below. But it comes with downsides as well, right? You get if you're looking for a really crisp edge and a pristine lower layer, not so much, right? So, but each method has its pros and cons, and so yeah. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, that floor was so captivating. Yeah. All right. Let's see what all right, Shauna, you got lots of time last time, so oh, you're muted. Yep.
I'm really discouraged because I can't seem to do this.
Oh my God.
My brain is
don't worry.
still
Yeah,
unmuted.
Yeah.
Unmute.
No, you're good.
Can you hear
You're
me?
good. Yep.
You know, so I have two pieces down because I drew
wow.
and then I was putting it on the window, you know, to trace but what you just said, why can't I think of that? Like I could just cut through 3 layers of paper, right? I could
Yeah,
cut with,
there
I could
are
draw it with
there
my
are
knife.
there are as many ways to collage as there
Oh,
are artists, right? So it looks like you did some drawing first. Is that correct?
but yeah, you would have thought I learned my lesson with the last one, but I can't seem to I can't seem to trip on what's already perfectly solved, you know?
Right.
I can't seem to allow myself to do what Barbara just did, right? Like,
Yeah.
and Gail,
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
No,
And it makes me mad.
No, it's much more difficult. And believe me, Sean, I feel your pain, and because every time I'm presented with a really beautiful scene of any description, my first instinct is, okay, how do I replicate that? And then I
Yeah.
no, that's actually, I want to do something else. So then I have to stop, think,
And actually do something creative.
yeah, and try. But I think it's totally understandable. And it's actually for instance, if you wanted to do a body of work about just spinning off of that one image, the
Yeah.
first the first one makes total sense to do like a study, right? I need
Which
to
was
understand.
really fun and rewarding.
Exactly.
You just draw it freehand from the photograph, with rulers, but it was very rewarding because you realize what's going on and
Yeah,
how
exactly.
beautiful
It's how as artists and designers, it's how we study something, right?
But it's not
made.
collage. This isn't collage.
So, yeah. So, no, it isn't. But there's nothing wrong with doing that and then saying, okay, so I've done that, and I now I've loaded that into my brain, and now I'm going to try again and take it a little further. That's fine, right? Don't.
Yeah. Okay.
As you will see when I show you what I did, I jumped off from the fourth floor.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Okay.
So, but that's fine. I maybe could have done what you were doing. So,
okay.
Yeah. So
thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Lisa.
Well, yeah, anyway, it is what it is.
Oh, it's awesome is what
Very
it is.
nice.
That's so much fun.
Mhm.
It feels like it. I recognize, because we've all been studying it, right? So I recognize a bunch of the shapes. It's not as super slavish. You've made it sort of much more radial.
Yeah.
But I love it. And I love the perspective changes at the bottom. Yeah. It is what it is. What it is really interesting.
Yeah. And I kept these because it just seems to go on forever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Those shapes are just zooming off into right out of the frame. So yeah.
And your the variety of line widths, it just makes it so interesting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's some chunky things, some fine things, light, dark, medium. So yeah.
Yeah, and now the people.
Okay, hold on, one at a time. Lisa?
Oh, it had too many lines, so I thought I would put the little people in as the center of interest, but make you look for them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Someone else was trying to say something.
Oh, I was just liking the people because it suddenly a perspective, a different perspective.
Well, and Lisa actually, bravo, she actually put the people in. Right. And it does sort of give you a sense of it suddenly has narrative and it suddenly has scale, right? So as soon as we all know how big a person is, and if it's a tiny little person, oh, these are huge shapes, right? So yeah, and it also means what are they doing there? Where are they going? What's going to happen, right? So, yeah. Joanne.
Well, when I looked at the picture, I love those big
who
lines.
doesn't, right?
But I ended up, I made some big lines, and then I started to focus in on one corner, which isn't complete, but to try and get the spiraling down in that one corner.
Yeah, a little higher up.
Yeah, yeah.
There, that's
but here's the rest of my picture.
right. Yep.
As I was just starting to get into that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I love that idea of like this. You've sort of hinted at the fact that these sort of zooming shapes are in space. And then like having a bunch of detail in there, but then these empty white spaces around it makes it, I like that idea a lot. That's great. Yeah. Because it's a complex image. Like how do you approach it, right? So interesting. Ingrid.
Okay. So this is my
wow. Yeah. So this is so linked and energetic. I love it.
Yeah, so I started off with a white background and then realized how important the white was. So I put it on gray, which all of a sudden made it better. But I find the time limit really good because I have to I was doing something a whole lot more detailed. And then then I just slapped the last few pieces down in like a couple seconds. So,
right.
But the thing that I noticed was there's a lot more curves in it than you'd expect. Like
there are a lot of straight lines, but there are a lot of curves too, right?
Yeah. So it was interesting.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. Time limit is of course, there are times when we just want to have as much time as we need to think about it and get into it. But there's also benefit to just not overthinking. Time's a wasting. I can't worry about this. I'm just gonna have to forge ahead. And sometimes that means you just sort of get to the good stuff faster, and sometimes it means you get to the train wreck faster. That was me. So. Barbara, how did things go in Barberville?
Okay.
Oh wow. Gosh. Wow. It really feels like it, and yet it's not super literal. How do you do that?
I think it's incompetence on my part that leads to this.
Wow.
I couldn't create a realistic, nor do I want to. I mean, I had to say that. Right? I don't want to create a realistic. They took a photograph. They don't need me to create something that looks exactly the same thing, right?
Yeah. I recognize a bunch of the elements. It feels like it. It feels like all these diagonal tiers. I get the feeling of the skylight at the top. I see the references to the doors and escalators, and yet it's like Matisse's paper cuts. It's like loose and traction. Yeah, right. And come on. So take a bow. Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, we lost Betty. That's right. I forgot. Did I miss someone?
Gail? We didn't have Gail?
Yeah, we started with Gail, right?
Okay.
Yep.
I think we've lost.
Betty had to leave early.
Yeah, Betty had to leave, so we're even smaller. Yep.
All right. So, Kat had what she thought was a brilliant idea. So I was sort of drawing out of gray a bunch of the shapes that I saw as being like gray value-ish. And I thought, oh, these are such interesting shapes. They zoom, then they change direction, they go off here. And I thought, I'm just going to cut a bunch of the shapes I see and then make abstract collages out of them instead of trying.
Yes.
But I thought, this is great. This is such a great idea. And that's the kiss of death, is when you so I do think that it's a good idea. I just don't think I got there yet. So I actually did 3 And because I took one sheet of gray paper and cut the shapes out of it. And yet when I started gluing them down, it's like, okay, I've glued down two and I can't find space for the rest of them. So here is one. You can see
Oh,
I've
I like that.
glue
I like
marks all
that.
over it.
Mhm.
And some of these are negatives, like that's a negative down there.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
this was my second one. This one is probably the one I'm happiest with.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that one.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
And yeah, this still needs something, but I had this sort of assembly of the escalator, so I thought, okay,
Right. Right.
maybe just something else like there. It's just like escalator to the void. But I have like a dozen pieces still that I haven't found out how to use.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think there's merit in it. It just
Yeah.
when you're doing things that you don't know that you haven't done before, which is really exciting. Sometimes it works, oftentimes it doesn't. I just want to take another kick at it and now to see where I can go further.
So, Kat, will you give us that picture and because I'd like to keep working on
Yeah,
this.
I'll
Okay.
so two things. I'll attach it to the
Okay.
follow-up email.
Thanks.
But you can also just look at it on the video as well. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
12:59, but we have to do our wheel spin for your architect. So I hope you all have an extra minute or two.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What are we doing?
all right. Yep, just hold your horses, Joanne, and
I don't know what we're doing. What do I need?
okay. You don't need anything. You
Oh,
need
I see. Okay, this is we're
Yep.
spinning for my assignment. Okay.
Exactly. You got it. And I have to find a piece of paper so I can jot down who gets who. All right. And Joanne is going to spin first. All right. Here we go, Joanne.
Oh, cool.
All right. You've got Filippo Brunelleschi.
Brunel.
Yep.
Brunelleschi.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have liked him.
Oh, wow.
Did he do the Sienna, the Florence Dome?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh
I
my
think,
gosh.
yeah, I think that was him.
I was
It
there.
was him.
Oh
All right.
my gosh.
So how am I going to tell you people? You already know about him.
Oh my
No, don't worry
Okay,
about that.
that's
Don't
good.
worry about that.
Be
Okay.
calm. Be
All
calm.
right.
It's the word homework that gets everybody agitated.
Right. Okay. We're spinning for Barbara now. Okay, Tadeo.
Tadeo.
Tadeo Londo.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. All right. All right. Who wants to go next?
Me.
Okay, we're spinning for Shauna. All right, Vandero.
Oh, nice.
Vander Row, right.
Yeah, that works. That's great. Form follows function. Yes.
Yep. All right. Let's spin for Lisa. All right, Louis Kahn.
Hold on.
All right. All right. Ingrid is up next. Oh, howdy.
Howdy.
Yep. Now you can say howdy, Gowdy. All right, we're gonna spin for Betty in her absence.
Frank Gehry. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Nice.
And we have a video only student. Leslie McCrindle. So we're going to spin for her. And she's got Shigeru Bon. And I feel like we haven't got everyone yet. Is there someone else we haven't spun for yet?
Yeah, for me.
Okay, Gail, you're up next. Okay. Vitruvius. All right. Is that it for everyone? Did we get someone for everyone? 8 students. Okay, awesome. All right. So what are you doing with these people? So
right.
So next week, and I'll put this in the follow-up email, but the drive-by is I want you to give us a very brief, like 5-minute presentation, a maximum of 5 images of their work. Tell us when they worked and what sort of things they espoused briefly. And then also tell us if you notice any connections to art in their work. And I'll articulate that properly in the follow-up email. So, and you can either email me your images or you can put them up on Reddit, in our group on Reddit. So
we're on Reddit, not on Facebook?
Yeah, we're on Reddit. Sorry.
Oh God, I have no idea what that is. I've never been in there.
The intro email has how to join, and it's just because Mark Zuckerberg, Meta, and Facebook, I think are
they're all funding the banquet hall.
Yeah. So I'm trying. Yeah.
Pain in the ass. It's hard to find anybody who isn't sucking up to Trump. But anyway.
Yeah. Like Google used to have part of their mandate used to be don't be evil, and they took it out.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like when they were idealistic startup, that was part of their mandate.
What does that tell you?
They've taken it out.
Yeah.
So anyway. But
that's
and
awesome.
so now I have to like find an alternative to Spotify too, and like life is hard having principles, but I'm gonna try a little bit. I'm gonna try a little bit. Yeah, exactly.
Apparently WhatsApp for long distance phoning is not owned by Meta. Have I got that right?
Yeah. Okay. In fact, Kim is in Korea right now, South Korea, and we're using WhatsApp to chat. So
as opposed to the other one.
Yeah.
I just want to say to Joanne that I know it's easy to find stuff on the internet, but I had a National Geographic, which I loaned to my brother, and because he was interested in the dome. And if you go into the mid 80s, early 90s, if you could go into volumes, it's an amazing breakdown of him and his work, with the most beautiful artwork. So
what was the source on that?
National Geographic. National Geographic. National Geographic History. The more expensive ones that are larger, the larger format. Yeah, I have a friend who gives me them after she's done with them, and I just love them.
Yeah, so
that's the best way to get them.
If you love doing research and learning stuff, feel free to go deeper, but you have to.
We don't need
it for us. And if you're like, I don't have time for this, you can do it in half an hour. So it's it can be a high pass. It'll be a high pass for your presentation, and then for personal interest, you can go as deep as you like.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll be playing with that in our class next week. So after the presentation. So
okay.
All right.
Nice.
Thank you so
Learning
much.
a new app.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Guys. See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.